The Stray Dog. In the heart of a bustling city amidst towering skyscrapers and endless traffic, lived a small, scruffy dog. He had no name, no home, and no one to call his own. He was simply known as the Stray. Day after day, he wandered the streets, his tail tucked between his legs, his eyes filled with a constant search for shelter from the harsh elements. The Stray would often curl up in doorways or under parked cars, seeking any semblance of warmth and protection. He would scavenge for scraps of food, his hunger gnawing at his insides. But even in his darkest moments, a glimmer of hope would shine in his eyes. He believed that one day he would find a place to call his own, a place where he would be loved and cared for. Winter came and the Stray's situation worsened. The cold winds whipped through the city, biting to the bone. He huddled closer to buildings, trying to shield himself from the icy chill. His fur was matted and dirty, his body frail and weak. Yet still he held on to his hope, his spirit refusing to be broken. One snowy evening, the Stray stumbled upon a small, abandoned house. The windows were boarded up, the door ajar. He cautiously crept inside, his heart pounding with anticipation. He found a cozy nook in the corner, curled up, and closed his eyes. For the first time in a long time, he felt safe and warm. As the snow fell outside, the Stray drifted off to sleep. He dreamed of a life filled with love and companionship. He dreamed of a warm bed, a full belly, and a loving family. But when he awoke, the dream turned into a nightmare. The house was no longer abandoned. A family had moved in, and they were not happy to find an uninvited guest. The Stray was chased from the house, his heart heavy with disappointment. He wandered the streets once more, the cold wind biting at his bones. His strength was fading, his hope dwindling. As he lay down in a deserted alleyway, he looked up at the stars. A single tear rolled down his cheek. He had searched for so long, for a place to call home, a place to be loved. But it seemed his journey was coming to an end. With a final sigh, the Stray closed his eyes. His small, weary body went limp. As the snow fell gently around him, a sense of peace washed over him. He had fought a good fight, had hoped against hope. And even though he had never found the home he had longed for, he had found something even more precious. A spirit that refused to be broken, a hope that endured until the very end.